What's going on, everybody? And unlike this movie, I am not an imaginary friend. I am a true blue review. Today we're talking about the movie Z, which I currently found on Shudder. It could be other places. I haven't looked up where all you can watch it at, but I would highly recommend all of you check it out. That movie was very gripping. Like throughout it, it did not let go. There maybe at one point for maybe about 15 minutes it got a little long, but besides that, it was a very good movie. And let's talk about the plot. Kevin and Beth notice that their 8-year-old son Josh has spent a lot of time playing with a new imaginary friend named Z. What first seems like a harmless relationship quickly turns into something destructive and dangerous. I thought this movie was just going to be the classic something's in the room, or an unseen entity is taking over my child, so on and so forth. And in fact becomes more of, as I just said, there's something in the room and I don't know if it's good or bad. There are some, the characters in this film are very, very good. None of them are truly one note. Unfortunately, the father does play under the role of disbelieving for the long period of time. Also, the relationship between the mother and father is the most almost divisive, if I could say that. Like, they are, how do I put this? They're both doing so many little things behind each other's back. It's genuinely shocking. Like, I don't understand why they would be doing that much behind each other's back the second this starts, and it looks so like it's not there. So pretty much the story takes place with a pretty standard family, mom, dad, son, Josh, all having a decent time. They kind of show you like their day to day. Their family friend takes Josh to school every day. The mother goes and takes care of her mother, who's currently ill with what we assume to be cancer or some sort of disease along those lines. She's already lost her father a little bit earlier in life. They didn't tell you how until about halfway through the movie, which was really, really good for them. After a little bit of time, it seems that Josh is talking about a new friend he has named Z. He only drinks 2% milk. He's rather large, and some of the drawings that he does of Z is really, really lifelike. Not very long after that, he starts to get, red cards from school where they're saying he's using profane language, he's hitting other children, he's being really rude, interrupting class, going into class and not coming back and refusing to come back. There's a early, I say that, the next day Josh becomes suspended because of all the amount of red cards that he's been sent home with, and if he can't hold himself in a classroom, then he's not going to be able to do anything. They do a really easy scare early on that's really, really smart, having like a glow-in-the-dark set of wheels on a train that's accidentally in a closet that's just sitting there perfectly at night that look like two glowing eyes, and it is great, and it is exactly what you want it to be. I'm all over the place right now. I just finished watching it. The plot of this film is very straightforward. The minute you see him play in the playground and something chases behind him, they did a really good job with that. I don't know what their funding was, but this movie just nailed it for me. I don't know why, but it just did. The plot itself gets the twist is, the story is a little bit on the nose for a lot of things. I'd probably give the plot about an 8, because the stories, I'm tying the characters in with it, because all the characters were pretty solid, minus the dad falling under the I disbelieve until something bad happens, so on and so forth. So yeah, plot's about an 8. The threat itself is probably around seeing what he does to somebody kind of early on. The threat's probably about a 7.5. I genuinely did not expect, like, I did not expect something so simple to be so cool. And for them to show it, they don't show it long, they don't show it crazy amount of times, but what they do with it is so just on the nose, just so good. Scares, they genuinely got me with a few of them. To be honest, like there's some stuff in that you really don't expect, and they turn it on you. There's a bathtub scene where she's just taking a bath and she closes her eyes and she's pretty much saying it's not real, it's not real, it's not real. A bunch of candles go out around her. She hears the sound of somebody getting in the tub. So good. It did such a good job with that. Scares, probably another 7. Like I genuinely enjoyed this movie. Sound effects, the sound itself is kind of basic, kind of the same old, probably about a 5. Like sound, it's kind of all over the place. They did a really fascinating thing with, speaking of sound, with an old like A through Z like speaking spell, where they hit where Z always activates and it goes Z Z. But whenever somebody else tries to mess with it, it's like 30 years old. So of course the batteries don't work, and then they begins to spell out messages, and that's cool. Sounds, yeah, probably about a 5 again. Newbie approved. Yes, it is newbie approved. There are some good scares in it. There is not a lot of blood. There's nothing to do with like anything crazy, like eyes, ears, teeth, nothing like that. All very simple. I don't even believe there's language in it, but it is a pretty good movie. Would I recommend this? Yes, I would. And rewatchability, I'd probably watch it again to show somebody, because genuinely I was kind of shocked at how good they made this. Let's go with the overall score. I kind of ranted for a little bit there and I was still kind of all over the place. The overall score for this one is, I'll give it a 7.5 on this. Once again, at the very end of this, I'm going to go through and re-tier list everything and kind of let everyone know where everything officially stands. But right now, I think that is my top horror film we've watched. I believe it passes The Night House because there were some genuine scares that really, really got me. I say really, really got me and made me say, oh shoot, stuff's going bad. Anyways, guys, that is Z. No, you tell him. Oh, I'll tell him. My imaginary friend Y wants you all to know to stay scared, take care. Don't forget to ring the bell if you want to see every single one of the other days that we have going on, because that's day 15. I have 16 more to go, but I'm going to do it before my mind breaks. Take care, everyone.